Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It is day 31 of RPG a Day 2020. What an experience this has been. And our prompt for today is experience. And this is one that I've been waiting for the entire time because this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. The RPG experience. And over time, what that is has changed for me. And maybe it hasn't changed, it's broadened, it's expanded, mind blown, I've definitely gotten a richer understanding of what that experience can be for me and for other people. Because ultimately, when we play RPGs or when we do anything else, we're there for the experience. It doesn't matter if I'm playing music with my pals. So right now I can't play with my pals. Everything's kind of sad over here, just sort of waiting for somebody to play with, and we can go play someplace. This little pillow right here. This actually is where Kiki likes to lay. When I make videos or play games, she likes to be right there. Anyhow, this has nothing to do with the RPG experience, does it? But when I play music, there's an experience I get out of that. And you know, when I play RPGs, there's another experience that comes with that, and that's why I play, is that experience. And there's a lot of things that can contribute to that experience. Sometimes we find out the experience is not exactly what we wanted, and we start to dissect why. And that's been a major focus of this channel, a major focus of the discussions I've had with other gamers, and something I've really looked at more while I'm playing. That doesn't mean that's all I'm thinking about when I'm playing games. I'm still there to have fun, to enjoy it, to have the experience. But I kind of sit back and say, what made this experience good? What made this experience not so good? What do we need to change? What was working for me? What wasn't working for me? Etc. And for the other people. And one of the things that I came up with, and I'd like to talk about on this channel at some point, was this idea that there's a process that we engage in during a role-playing game session, and it's to get a product, the experience that we want. And I started to realize, maybe this last year or the year, within the last 18 months, that a whole bunch of that product, the experience that we end up having, is actually the process. It's what we're doing, because everything contributes to that final experience. And, that's kind of a revelatory thing for me, is we're there with other people. We're playing a particular game. We're playing it in a particular manner. We're rolling dice. We're doing whatever it is that we do, and all that together, all those parts go into the stew, and the sum somehow becomes greater, or the whole somehow becomes greater than the sum of its parts, and we walk away with this experience. And there are RPG experiences I've had that I will never ever forget. There's some that were terrible, but there's a whole bunch of them that were great. And there's just moments that I'll just never forget, or sequences, or going back to particular games. There's definitely games, characters, people, real people, flesh and blood ones, that I'll just never forget. They're part of the experiences that I can look back at, and I may not have the objects, I might not have the physical games, I don't have all the physical dice that came with my first set, don't know where the box is. There's a lot of other things that I no longer have, not just from music, from RPGs, but from music, whatever. So I've sold certain instruments, I've moved on from different bands. Some of the people I played with are no longer living, but I have those experiences, and nobody can take those away from me. And it's the same thing with role-playing games. I could say the same thing about role-playing games. The people I played with, some of them no longer with us, but I have those experiences. And for me, at the end of the day, the experience is the thing. That's why I show up here, and that's why it's so important, at least for me, to cultivate it, to pay attention to what's creating that experience, and how can we do that again, and how can we avoid the experiences that we don't like. But there's so many great experiences to be had, but it requires us to show up and to play, not just think about it, not just talk about it. And yeah, so go experience role playing. I enjoy the heck out of it, and I hope you do too. And I hope this series has done something. But it's helped me out. Have a good one, kids. Talk to you later.